How's it going, everybody? Welcome back to another video. Today we're checking out some Menards-based products. I'm very excited for this because this is the first time I'm going to be reviewing any type of Menards product here on my channel. What we have today is two military flat cars with half tracks on them. This is going to be really fun to check out, and let's get started. So before we get ahead into the actual models, I thought I would start off with saying that this is the first time I'm reviewing anything that's actually pre-built. I bought Menards cars before. I've had experience with their product. I bought two long 40-foot flat cars from them in the past. They're on my Instagram page. I modified them to be Walt Disney World Railroad cars for, spoiler, a future video we're going to be having here on the channel soon. But if you follow my Instagram, you guys know I have a Walt Disney World Railroad train that I have custom built over the last few months. That I'm going to showcase here on the channel very soon. But regardless, I took two Menards flat cars and I completely modified them. But these are two bare bones stock, out of the box, ready to go cars that I'm very excited to share with you all today. What has me very excited is before these, I'm starting to build a military train. I've been wanting to do this for many years, and I just haven't had the funds to do something like that because military trains can be rather expensive. But in this case, Menards makes a great affordable alternative to buying their type of military-based cars. So what we have in here are two military flat cars with half tracks on them. Before we get into the actual models, I thought I would show you just how they package their models and send them to you if you're buying from out of state and not being able to go to an actual Menards store. So what we have here is just a generic Menards box. But what's really nice is when you get the models, they send them to you in this really nice cardboard casing here. In addition to how they package their cars, which I'll show you before, because not a whole lot of people show you how they package their rolling stock, which is really nice, by the way. For those interested in what I ordered here, here is the SKU number. This is product number 2793384. So let me show you real quick. When you take these out of the box, you get this nice packaging as I showed you before. And here's a look at that awesome car. And they sent the cars are packaged in this plastic casing, almost like an HO scale model. And I think this is the way to go. It really is sealed shut and really keeps the model firmly in there. So I just wanted to show you guys that real quick. I thought that's really neat how they send their models to you. And it just shows how much they care about the customer, which is always good in my book. But that being said, let's take a look at the actual models now. Alrighty, so here they are coupled up together on the track. And let me tell you, at first glance, these are absolutely gorgeous cars. I've seen a lot of Menards cars here on YouTube and at train shows. And let me tell you, the quality on this particular car is phenomenal. I am absolutely blown away by the overall quality, the detail, and the paintwork, every little thing about these cars. They are very impressive, and I want to showcase all these details I just mentioned. Okay, so we're going to start off first with the star of the show. The military half-track that's here on the car. For starters, this is a die-cast metal model. It is not a cheap plastic vehicle that they just slapped on there. This is a high-quality, full detailed model that looks absolutely beautiful. As you can see, it is loaded to the brim with awesome detail on here. You got your gas canister here. You got a couple of hand tools like shovels and stuff to help get the vehicle out of the dirt if it gets stuck. You have a wonderful front here with headlights, tow winch. The paint on this is really nicely done. It's nice and crisp. You go to the turret here that is Really nicely detailed with all the guns on it. You have the tank tread detail here that looks absolutely beautiful. Definitely, this is the highlight of the car. Menards really goes above and beyond for what goes on their cars. They're not just cheap pieces of plastic. They're high quality models, and it's really nice to see that for what you're paying. Because if this was an MTH car, you're looking at 50 to 60 or even more for this car. I paid $20 for these two cars, and that's a steal. The flatbeds that this tank, that this half track is on, is pretty much as close to scale as you can get. I'll do a quick comparison at the end of the video just to show you guys what I'm talking about. But now let's move on to the other details of the car. So here's a complete overview of the entirety of the car. And again, you could see even more detail of the inside of the half track. You can see the nicely separately painted seats. There's the steering wheel in there, as well as the gear shifter for this, which is really nice to see. And I'm sure if you really wanted to, you could probably add some O-scale military soldiers to sit in this car if you really wanted to do that. And you can see the wood deck on here. That's a really nice touch. It really brings the military vehicle out even further. It's a weathered deck, which is also really nice to see. You also have the little trucks here to keep the vehicle in place, which is really nice. And then you got these pallets here, these separately applied pallets with 50 caliber shells stockpiled up, which is really nice to look at on both sides. Like I said before, this is a very sharp car to look at. Loads of detail on this, I must admit. And as you look here, here's the side view of the car. You got die-cast metal trucks and couplers. You got a nice crisp United States Army with the stars. The green paint on here is excellent. And the overall performance of this car, it's got nice mobility on there. It moves really swiftly on the track, which is always something that you want when you're dealing with this. And it's because this car is die-cast metal, which gives this car great weight. But other than that, let me show you a quick comparison. So here's my Lionel die-cast metal flatbed here that I custom did. And you could see you put this Menards car next to this scale Lionel car with a weathered deck and everything. You could see for what it is, for a $20 car versus say a $50, $60 car, they're pretty close to scale, and that's a really nice touch. Most of Menards stuff is about 0.27, but this is surprisingly really close to O scale, and that's a really nice bang for your buck if you're trying to get a bunch of these to make a nice train. That being said, let's wrap up the video. So that's pretty much going to wrap up this review. I really want to say again, these are such a great deal for what you're getting. $20 for two of these cars, and you get a very nicely scaled, detailed piece of military rolling stock for a great price. You can buy a whole bunch of these, and they even sell a 4-pack of these for about $60 to $70. You just can't beat that. And that's where Menards really shines. They really care more about the quality for less, which is really nice for a manufacturer like this. I think Menards is on the rise over the last few years, especially in the last 2 years, and now I see what all the hype is about, and they're definitely worth your time and money. They do make some really nice scale buildings as well. But as you can see, these two cars put up together here just look absolutely awesome. And I definitely recommend picking these up if you're looking to build your military fleet. That being said, I'm Matty C, and I'll see you guys next time. Take care.